Welcome to Romania. Not many people know just how beautiful it is here. I was tempted to keep Romania my little secret, my personal hidden gem, but I can't help but share its beauty with the world.
Noi suntem undeva în iarba moale, în spicul copt, în țărâna fierbinte, în munți, cu mândrele poieni la poale. Noi n-am murit de tot, luați aminte. Noi stăm și astăzi strajă îndelungată, sus, sus la ale veșniciei porți, să aducem iarăși jertfa neîntinată. Luați aminte, noi nu suntem morți. Cum stăm noi jertfă lângă Dumnezeu, din noi se înalță flacăra cea vie, prin care în ceruri amintim mereu că este pe pământ o Românie.
One of those kind of nights. We have driven everywhere today.
Oh my gosh, we have been in the car for so long today, but we've seen I can't get over how beautiful Romania is. This country is breathtaking.
But that was the
We saw
ultimate-
bears. Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
We saw bears.
We did. We were coming down off the mountain, down the windy road, and there was a mama bear and her cub right on the side. I'm sorry, I was driving, I
Right
could
there.
not get the camera.
It was pouring rain and we were
Pouring.
like driving and it was like super tight windy roads, you know, and like traffic, so it was a little scary. And we both like screamed. My jaw dropped and I was like, oh my gosh, I want to turn around. But there was like literally nowhere that you could turn around on this road.
I don't know if I screamed. I think I said bears.
Yeah, right. You were like, oh my gosh, bears! I screamed a little bit and my jaw dropped. I was so excited. They were so cute.
Kinda
They were
cool.
literally right on the side of the road, just like chilling.
Transylvanian bears.
Yeah, and then tons of cows. Cows everywhere. Big, beautiful cows. They just run the streets here and we love it.
I think ultimately, guys, today made us realize how beautiful this country is. It is gorgeous. Everywhere
beautiful.
we've driven, it has been the most beautiful place that we've seen. And now we're exhausted.
And that's how the idea of going to Romania came about. And we were like, well, what's in Romania? We had no idea, but like Romania blew our minds. I'm gonna link the travel series here because that country is incredible. Salut! That is hello in Romanian, and if you're here watching this video, it's because you're probably thinking about visiting Romania and you are in luck, and we have you covered because we just spent 5 weeks traveling throughout that beautiful country, and in this video we're gonna share everything that you need to know from like cost, travel tips, a lot of local recommendations, and a bunch of useful information that we hope helps you plan your perfect trip to Romania.
So we have to start by saying that Romania is incredible. We almost ended up there randomly, but we're so happy that we did. It's a country that has amazing food, cool history, the friendliest people, and like a very diverse set of like attractions to check out. So very, very worth it. You're gonna see all of this in this video. You wanna get started?
Yep, let's start.
For our first stop in the Maramureș region was the city of Sighet. This is a beautiful and quiet little city right next to the Ukrainian border that a lot of international visitors don't visit, basically.
Yeah.
But it is very cool. It's filled with like a lot of interesting history. We learned a ton about like Romania's communist past, and some of it was super intense. So our first stop today is the memorial to the victims of communism and the resistance. We haven't really spoken much about Romania's communist past since the Bucharest video, but right now where we're standing was one of the most well-known political prisons in like the 1950s during the first dictatorship after World War II. All of these names here were victims of communism and people that fought during the resistance. It's very intense. I think the old prime minister, the first prime minister of Romania, he was held here and he died here. Religious leaders, professors, like any political opponents, held in this prison. Many never made it out. This place is intense. So there were basically two famous communist dictators in Romania. I don't know if famous is the right word, but anyway, most people know Ceausescu, but before him in like the late 40s to the mid 50s was a guy named George Dej. I also don't know if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, but he's the one that was in power when this political prison was kind of like imprisoning all the people across Romania. So he was super, super evil, super paranoid. He was the one in charge when all of this stuff was happening in Romania, and like most people forget about him, but he deserves to be recognized in history because he was a total ass. It says here that 600,000 people were arrested and sentenced to imprisonment during the communist period in Romania, so from after World War II to 1989. But the terror reached its peak in 1948 to 1953, so that was under George Dej.
Stay here in Romania.
Yes.
It's been a wonderful, wonderful experience.
It's been incredible.
I would say that it definitely exceeded our expectations.
Yes. You know, when we first booked Romania, we didn't know what to expect. I know you did a lot of research on Romania and the places that we should go, or maybe where to get the Airbnb or what was going to be our home base. But at the end, I'm just going to say that I am so glad that we came. It was just incredible. We saw so many beautiful sceneries and places. My heart is full just from being here. It was amazing.
I loved Romania.
We love Romania. We love the food. We love the people. We love the scenery. We loved every single town, village, city, road that we drove on, that we visited, that we stopped at, that we took pictures in. We just have so many great memories from this country.
So we have wrapped up our time here in Romania. We spent 2 months traveling, not all over the country, as far as we could get in 2 months.
We wish we had gone all over the country.
Yeah,
Because
we will be back for
there were
that.
some spots we missed.
Yeah.
So we will be back in Romania, but the part we did do, we're going to discuss right now.
I knew that I wanted to visit Romania, but I really honestly didn't know that I was going to love it as much as I did.
Yeah, it was a big surprise. Whenever we go to a new country and put out a video, we're really not sure what kind of feedback we're going to get. We got some amazing feedback
We did.
from just about everybody. I mean, suggestions on where to go, what to eat, what beers to drink. So warm and welcoming. We had like 60, 70, 80 tour guides telling us where to go and what to do.
Yeah.
So for that reason alone, we know we have to come back. I'd have expected something different. Well, you didn't get it this time. You're just getting Romania, and if it's not on your list, put it on your list.
Yeah, absolutely 100% should be on your list. Blew us away, absolutely shocked by how much we enjoyed our time.
One of our viewers commented that Romania is perfectly suited for tourism without the tourists.
Yeah.
These trousers. What do you think of Romania then, mate?
I think Romania is the most beautiful country. We have to come back. That's the only problem with the Mongol Rally. We're skipping through countries like there's no tomorrow, honestly. We're spending like small days here and there when all we want to do is explore it like thoroughly.
Well, this has been pretty epic.
It
Look
looks
at
like
the
Jurassic
backdrop.
Park. Jurassic Park.
Look at that. Look at that little freak by there.
Okay, we have now officially arrived in Transylvania.
Dun 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 dun.
I want to suck your blood.
Terrible, terrible. Alrighty, everybody, welcome to Corvin's Castle. So a lot of you are probably wondering, what is Transylvania? I mean, when I arrived, I thought it was a specific castle, Dracula's castle. So it's a region here in Romania. And what's super interesting is that the three regions that make up Romania, there's Moldavia, Wallachia, and then Transylvania. And you know what's so interesting about each of them? They had inspiration. So the Transylvania inspiration was from Hungary. Wallachia, where we were in the south, had inspirations from Ottoman Empire. So what's really cool about Romania is that you can go to different parts of the country and get a totally different experience, totally different culture, food.
They're saying Saturdays is wedding days, and there are a bunch of weddings happening right now in the castle.
I can see why you'd want to get your photo shoots here. Yeah. It's so beautiful.
It was seriously such a beautiful boat ride, and there is so much history in this part of Romania. We were learning that around 2,000 years ago, the people that used to live here were called the Dacians, and the Romans came and they tried to take over the land, and the first attempt, it didn't work. So the second attempt, they decided to build a bridge. And now this bridge was 1 kilometer long, and the Dacians, they were barbarians. They have never seen something like this before. So imagine seeing this big troop building this bridge from one side of the land and seeing the bridge coming closer and closer until it was completed, and then they stormed again and they succeeded. So the Romans took over the area, and there is even a tablet on the side of one of these cliffs that we actually took the boat to. And the Romans, what they would do back in the days, if something happened in history, they would write it on a tablet, like carve it into the stone, and it is still there today.
That tablet was built 180.
2,000 years ago, and you can still read it on there now. And because there are so many Roman artifacts around, the locals here decided there should be something to remember the Dacians. So what they've done is they've actually carved one of the leaders into the stone, and it is now the largest stone sculpture in all of Europe, one of the largest in the world, and seeing it from the boat, it is amazing.
As we're
That's just because I can't move because I'm so scared. I'm really sure it's gonna blow away.
Oh my gosh, she's coming up here.
Oh, baby. What do you do?
The bear is literally right outside the window. Every second we're like, wow, wow. You definitely have to come see this for yourself. This is a must-do. It just doesn't get any better than this. There's snow. The water's so clear. We're Sammy and Tommy. We have been road tripping through Romania for the past couple of weeks. We have seen some amazing castles, fortresses, cities, and of course the beautiful countryside. Join us today as we take one of the most scenic drives in the world.
So today we have a fun road trip planned. We are heading to the most beautiful drive in all Romania.
It's called...
Yeah, take it away.
It is called the Transfergarshin, if I'm saying that correctly. So there's gonna be lots of hairpin turns. There's a lake at the top with like beautiful viewpoints. So Romania has like the highest concentration of brown bears in Europe. And so I think we have a pretty good chance to spot some wildlife.
I really hope we see some bears. That would be awesome.
If I saw a bear, like it would just be the cherry on top of it all. Romania has been such a wonderful surprise for us.
It has. We love it here.
Road trip! That is where we are headed today, you guys. We're driving through those mountains.
It's getting better and better. We are like surrounded by the mountain tops now. The trees are starting to be really sparse. There's all these really cool bridges that are like grass and stuff on top. It is just spectacular.
That's awesome. That's insane. Donkeys.
What?
Donkeys.
I love donkeys so much. Little. Yum, yum, yum.
Oh.
I love you. Oh, this is an unexpected, amazing surprise. I'm hanging out with a donkey. They're one of my favorite animals in the world. Just after a penguin. In my wildest dreams, I never thought that this day we would be surrounded by the Carpathian Mountains, petting a donkey. Look at their bellies, they're so stupid. I'm so happy. I think I'm crying. I'm so happy. I love them so much. Here's your handsome puppy.
Alright, we're gonna go.
No. Come with us. I'm literally crying. That made me so ridiculously happy. She's feeding him an apple. She dropped both of them. That was so unexpected and so perfect. The beautiful mountains in the background, the donkeys. At least now we've petted donkeys. Like if we don't see a bear, I'm happy.
Hey buddy! Nibble the car? There's another one! Alright, I'm gonna try and leave now.
Okay, bye-bye puppies. Bye guys. I'm speechless.
Nothing else happens, it's worth it.
I feel like, especially that end bit where he just was behind me in the car, I feel like a lifelong dream I had no idea I had has just come true. That was like the highlight of my day, by far, potentially the highlight of the Romania trip so far.
But I totally get this place. And I've lived in a lot of places in the world, I tell you. Totally get it.
Okay.
It's a good place with good people and a good energy. This is existing. But it's real. It's fucking raw and it's really real.
This place right here, the feeling of being here is indescribable. You feel like a tiny ant walking along the backs of sleeping giants. There was just one more surprise awaiting us at the end of the trail.
Alright, I'm getting on the chairlift.
Hi everybody, I'm finally back from my mountain trek here in the Rhoda Mountains. It was beautiful, refreshing, revitalizing. That trail leads on for another 40 kilometers or so, and I only did a small part of it, but what a beautiful place. As you've probably figured out by now, I'm currently in Romania, which is my favorite European country. Now, traveling during COVID times is of course not easy or obvious. So for me personally, it involves a lot of regular COVID testing, PCR testing, as well as slow and regional travel. So I'm in Romania for about 6 weeks, bringing you a series of videos about the country's beautiful culture, traditions, places, and people.
Oh, this is a special room. Camera de sărbătoare. What does that mean?
Room for holidays. Every person in Breb has a room like this, all nicely decorated, and they always keep it for special occasions. They never sleep here, they never do nothing here. It's only for special occasions.
And it's stunning. It's so beautiful. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. Wow.
Așa, așa, așa.
Look at this, it's so beautiful. So the skirt is sumna, and this is bluz.
Cămașa.
Cămașa.
Handmade.
Oh my god, this is all handmade.
Oh.
This is a typical Maramureș shirt and a typical Maramureș skirt. And one last touch. Batik. Ah, there we go. Oh, that's so cool. I was asking Vio earlier why women in some of these villages here in Romania continue to wear the headscarf. It's not very common in Europe. And she said it's just part of tradition. And of course it looks pretty cute. Maramureșanka. That means I'm a girl from Maramureș. So this is the traditional coat collection made from sheep's hair, and it's extremely warm. These coats weigh like 5 kilograms each, so it's serious stuff. Foarte bun. Foarte bun. Da. Ooh, gata. You know, it's funny because in most parts of the world, if you like go to church, if you're religious, you just kind of go to church in your everyday clothes. But here, you know, people truly dress up. They wear their most special dresses and blouses and coats because they're going for a meeting with God, right? That's the idea. You're not just going to see your friends or your family. You're going to a really special place. And this tradition is really disappearing all over the world, but it's still very much alive here in Romania.
Oh my gosh, this is the best lookout ever. Whoa. It's like straight out of a movie. Look at that view.
Oh, I wasn't even looking, I was looking at the camera.
Look at the view.
Whoa.
Oh my. Welcome to the countryside of Transylvania.
They've set up some beanbags, some chairs.
It's time to chill and watch the sunset.
I think, oh, I've got a better idea to watch the sunset, but let's just enjoy this for the moment.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. A spa inside a barrel. Wow. This is the highlight, guys.
No one around.
They have a hot tub with that insane view. What even is this? Wow. Wow, guys, this is seriously bucket list moment right here. They've done such an amazing job with this hotel. It's like the old traditional meets like modern features. Seriously, just look at what we're currently looking at from this spa. This is, I'm shocked. I'm like lost for words.
Maramureș feels like a fairy tale, a place where traditional life is still pretty much alive. A place where people invite you into their lives without expecting anything. But to us, it was more than that. To us, Maramureș is the soul of Romania.
And after they were found guilty, within a few days of the verdict, the Ceausescus were brought here, stood in front of this wall, and executed. And in true Romanian fashion, they were executed on Christmas Day. And so we've heard so many Romanians joking around about what a gift we were given that year. Best Christmas ever. And so, as far as tourism goes, Ivana and I like doing stuff like this. It's very interesting for us to see these type of things when we travel, although we're usually nervous to make a video about it because it's heavy stuff. You have to think the 80s was not that long ago.
Right.
I'm 30 years old. My parents would have been adults living through this.
Right.
the way they raised me would have somehow been different had they been through this thing where increasingly in the 80s the grocery stores are empty, and then you get the protests, and then you get people shooting guns into peaceful protest, and then finally it ends with Ceausescu being shot and his wife on Christmas Day. So we're usually nervous to make videos like this because a lot of people are always offended by something.
Right.
This is why we chose Romania, because we're feeling confident. People in Romania have these jokes about anything. They're not offended by words. So in the end, we really wanted to show you guys this because we've had such a good experience traveling Romania.
Yeah, we like Romania, so we also like to learn the history of the country, and this is part of the history. This is what makes Romania what it is today.
Absolutely right.
And we love the people as well in Romania, so this also shaped the way how the country is right now, economically, the people, the culture, everything. This is an important part of the history, so we want to learn about it more.
Exactly right. We sort of showed up in Romania and we immediately really were taken aback by the people, always joking around, always friendly, joking at their own expense, also joking once they got to know us, joking with us in a way that was like very, and we thought this is very interesting. And so it's interesting to see how that sort of came to be, to tie in the people, the present people with the past history.
And to imagine that a lot of the people we have met in Romania have gone through this hardship.
Absolutely. It's only the 80s. It's not that long ago.
It's not that long ago. So now we understand more why Romanian people are the way they are. They are brave, they are strong, they love freedom. So this is why.
Absolutely right, Ivana. That was a good message to end on. The Romanian spirit. The fighting spirit of the Romanians. Because as you can see, a very unceremonious end to the Ceausescu reign, and yet the Romanian spirit endures. So there you have it, guys. We didn't exactly have a reason to come here. It's not exactly near anything, this Târgoviște.
No, yeah.
We just sort of drove here just to see this. You can go stand in the room where Ceausescu and his wife are on trial. It's like the most unceremonious, non-official. To imagine that Ceausescu built the biggest building in the world in Bucharest, so grand, and his final experience was so not grand.
That's true.
Wow. Really goes to show you what it was like in communist Romania. All right, there you have it, guys. Thanks for watching our video. Just a simple one today, but we wanted to tie in some history with the amazing Romanian people we've come to love in
That's right.
this fantastic country. All right, later.
Romania, you are beautiful.